Bianca. Hey, I'm Tina. And we're Between Two Skates. We're a Fried with Friends pod
of our dreams. We said your dreams, but maybe they'll be your dreams too. They're our dreams for sure.
Yes.
We've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to our face.
welcome to my deck.
Yeah.
We just keep changing venues now.
Yeah. Hey,
Let's do it.
it's good to change the scenery a little bit.
Yeah, I got some loud birds here
Yeah.
that
Nature.
announce their presence.
Yeah.
And this is one of the places I knit a lot. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really makes sense
It
to be
really
here.
makes sense. Yeah.
Well,
So what are you wearing?
oh, you beat me to it. Okay, I'm wearing, this is Park and Knit,
Oh
the vacation vest. So I'll stand up.
Ooh.
Get back up. Woo. It's supposed to be, here we go. It's supposed to be like with a hook.
Yeah.
You know, the eye.
Yeah, hook and eye, yeah.
But I was lazy, so I just crocheted it closed in 2 points, and then
it's cute though.
it's like a, wow, I'm doing this very bad. We're trying to show you guys, but I'm gonna put it in maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you take finished object pictures of it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
And then this is actually an older cardigan by, how do I know? This way.
Yeah.
By Sari Nordlund.
Uh-huh.
The design. It's called the Fleuriste cardigan.
Look at these colors together.
Yeah, I just decided to throw them together because it's still a little chilly.
Yeah.
And
So cute.
Thank you.
The yellow and the pink.
Yeah, I needed something fast. I did the bolt last, which we'll get to, but
Yep.
I just needed a quick instant gratification project, but I'm interested in what you're wearing.
Oh, right.
Now.
Yay! So I only had one finished object for April, so we'll get to that. But this is the 06 cable cutout tank by Eleanor Alice Knits.
You gotta show the back.
Yes.
Give us a little twirl.
Yeah,
I
love
love
this cutout detail.
It's so cute.
So cute.
I think it also like is ventilation. Like it's got form and function.
Yes, and it
Everything.
I test knit this for Eleanor Alice. So look at us with our little crop tops and
Our little tank tops.
cardigans. And of course, I'm wearing my favorite
Home sweet
Home
home.
cardigan from my Home Sweet Home knit formula pattern. But yeah.
These are some great knit fits.
Yeah.
I do say some.
Yeah.
They're like spring. It's giving spring.
Yeah, with some chilly vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But this is also my only finished object
I
of
have
April.
That's true. I do have one more.
Okay.
I have the bolt sweater, which I took like forever to make, and I don't have with me.
That's the one that you were working on in our last episode.
That's right.
Yes.
The black knit flat and like seamed together.
Yep.
The torture sweater,
Mhm,
basically. The cursed object.
Yeah.
Is now a finished.
You
cursed
have
object.
FO photos, so I'll stick them in there.
We'll splice them
Yeah.
in.
Yep.
And you'll still see them.
Yes.
So, yeah, I had to give the sweater to its new owner.
Yeah.
So
The fact that you were able to hand it off to your new owner,
I know.
though, is the fact that the curse is still it's a hit or miss.
It has not. We'll have to see. Only the future will tell if the cursed object is truly cursed.
Yeah.
Or not.
But the fact that you finished it, I guess it's
That's
good.
True. It is good.
Yeah.
I forgot to put the tags we got on though, and I realized it just now as we were talking. So maybe I will get it back.
Yeah.
And we can look at it, and I'll sew the label on.
Yeah.
And that'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
The labels that we got at Fiber Expo.
Yes.
Don't
hand washer, I will kill you.
Yeah,
I think that was yours.
Yeah.
I don't remember mine. It was something like this took a long fucking time.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Like, take care of it.
Yeah. So that's all the finished objects we had?
I think that's everything.
Oh my god.
We're very slow fashion, I think.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't really need that many.
I would rather choose more intentionally.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, it's been a few years now of making finished objects pretty consistently,
Mhm.
and I do still make mistakes with them, like when I don't swatch, check my gauge.
Yep.
And I'm a loose knitter, but I think that I've also like tried on many silhouettes, so
Uh-huh.
I know more choosily now, like what to kind of,
You know
make.
what pattern to look for.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You know what designs to look for,
Yeah.
so that then you know the
Yours.
time. Well, then you also know like the time you're spending on it is it's not a possible total waste.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although like my whip's tell like a totally different story, because I'm just taking all the chances there, and I'm
That's
like,
what test knitting is for.
yeah. When it comes to justifying why I only have like 2, well, mine was a lot.
Yeah.
It seemed in like Knit Flat and Tarja that was also stranded, and
Yeah.
like it was so much.
Yeah. But like we said, like we don't have to keep
No.
knitting so much.
I think
but-
that I think it's the same. Like I think that it ties into that algorithm pushing everything.
Yeah.
Like
Capitalism.
I see more patterns, so I feel like I need to make more patterns,
Yeah.
and then like everybody else is making more.
Yeah.
But I think 2 is a solid output.
For within a month
Yeah.
since we last talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for like what would be considered an average size in America of bodies.
Yeah.
I think that was like a menswear sweater. So
Yeah.
like, even his body, I think, is kind of indicative of like the average.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that's how long it takes.
Yeah, yep.
If you're
Yep.
in the middle sizes.
Yeah.
Of like the curve.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
That I'm using with like this Prisca bowl, which like I had to get. I had to get.
cute.
I think it's such
I
a cute accessory.
love it.
Like you're just making and you have it like a little.
Yeah.
And I'm like notoriously bad at actually using my project bags. Like
Oh.
I'll just like end up discarding it on the floor and like taking the ball of yarn out and like
Mhm.
trying to just knit on the couch. But this way I get to
Oh.
use the thing because it's holding my yarn from like rolling out.
I love it.
So yeah, I really.
It's so nice.
I really
and you can put it on the
love this.
floor and it won't like spill out on itself or anything
no,
too.
No, and like I like turn it this way so it'll stay in that groove.
Oh yeah.
And
so the pulling
Yeah.
will
And
keep it in there.
And it keeps the yarn from like.
That's
I mean,
so
you know
cool.
how.
Yeah.
You know how a yarn bowl works.
But do I? I'm just kidding.
I just think it's so like
It's
well done. It's so chic.
Yeah.
Like she picked a really nice color, and I believe she 3D printed like everything and fabricated the design herself. And like I don't know. I just love.
I love it.
Love supporting.
It's not
like,
too heavy.
It's the perfect.
the colors, the strap.
Perfect
it's
weight,
perfect.
perfect color. Yeah, I like it a lot. And this is the Jeepers jersey designed by Lydia Morrow.
Yep.
And she's on, what is her Instagram? Is it what Lydia made?
What Lydia made, yep.
And I'm using, of course, with this project, oh my god, that was so scary.
Losing all the stitches.
I know. I'm using my most favorite stitch marker from the set you got me.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yep.
I might take a picture. I might just pause it. You want to try? See it? You might be better.
No. These were little ones that I gave to. Go this way. Oh, no, this way.
There we go.
Wow. Takes
Teamwork.
team.
This is your birthday present to me.
Yes,
in a
from
set.
Odds and Knots.
Odd Knots.
Odd
and
Knots and Threads. Yes.
Yes. We're so great at names.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll have you covered.
We'll write
in
it
the show
down
notes. Yeah.
correctly.
Yes.
In the end. But anyway, this is a Jeepers jersey, and it's like an old like vintage like cycling jersey inspired like top.
Mhm.
And what I liked about it was that it had hip shaping, side shaping, and optional bust shaping. And it's so customizable because they have like a straight view in the pattern, and then you also have the hip shaping, side shaping,
Oh, wow.
bust shaping view, which like someone like me
Mhm.
really needs because I have a very short torso, and then also like a lot of changes happening.
Yeah. At a
In
very,
that time.
At a very fast pace.
Yeah. So like, I actually like I'm really enjoying that. Like for the most part, it's a basic like stockinette circle.
Mhm.
But I'm understanding like darts as I'm going.
Yeah,
which,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know they're not complicated, but
No.
I feel like I have to like do
It's
it.
a lot of math.
It's a lot of
I feel,
math,
yeah.
and I feel I have to like do it to understand like what it's doing. Like,
Yeah.
it's cinching the fabric in a direction,
Yep.
you know, and like
Yep.
which is the I'm getting it.
decreasing stitches and then opening
And then
back
opening
up
back
the width.
up.
Yep.
And so I'm really excited for this one to like have something that I'm quite consciously like, you know, I measured a lot of like my body.
Understanding your body. Yeah.
Over and over again for this.
Yeah.
To figure out the correct size,
Yeah.
the correct like cup for the bust shaping.
Yeah.
And I'm just really excited. I feel like it's gonna I've learned some skills already that like I could use to like
for
elevate my other projects where like I know that something is like meant to be more of like a boxy fit.
Yep.
But like to achieve that fit on my body, I probably need a little bit of waist shaping to like open up the hips some more still.
Yep.
You know. So
it's a good pattern to have, like, to learn about your body in knitting.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to get to like the duplicate stitch portion too, because that's also very new to me.
Oh yeah.
I've never done duplicate stitch.
Oh,
so.
you're gonna have so much fun. Yeah. Because I love duplicating.
You like doing that?
Yes.
I think
I can't do it for like a long amount.
Okay.
But like every now and then I kind of like the motion. It's like grafting or like Kitchener stitch.
Yeah.
It's like almost that, but like you get to create your image or words and stuff.
I feel like I'll enjoy it because I also enjoy that bind off, the sewn Italian tubular
bind off
that everybody hates. I love.
Me included.
I love that bind off. I will do it like to enjoy the rhythm of like, you know, like knit off, knit through the black one, purl off, purl through the next stitch, purl off. Like I just like going in those 4 steps. Like I don't know, I got into it. So I feel like I will enjoy duplicate stitch. It was more just like the fear of the unknown. Like I needed to be
do it.
Just to be pushed into the project, just try it. And I finally figured out my text for it too.
What is it gonna say?
Which I'm very excited about because
is it a secret?
No.
Okay.
I struggled for a long time. And I was gonna put like all kinds of dumb stuff on there. Like, and I was really inspired by like everybody else in the group that was testing this that had chosen like really interesting, like meaningful things as well. And some of them of course are like clever and funny too. Like, you know.
Funny.
And punny. And someone had done like their father's like old cycling team or business, like the logo.
That's cool.
And I was thinking about like what can I put on there that's like kind of meaningful to me in some way. And I was like, I realized it kind of hit me like out of nowhere, and I was like, I'm gonna put the word for tigress in Gujarati, which is like my dad's native tongue in India.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have it say that because like when I was a kid and I was like always anxious and scared of doing stuff.
Yeah.
He'd be like, no, but you're a tigress. Like you're like the deadliest cat in the jungle. You can't be scared.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So I was like, I'm gonna get that.
That's amazing. What's the words in?
It's Vaghun. It's difficult to say. Vaghun.
Vaghun.
Yes, you did it.
Yay. Yeah. Okay.
And so it just means tigress.
Don't ask me to spell it though.
That's okay. We're not spelling.
No spelling.
I had to look up like Gujarati font because I can only speak it. I can't read it. I can somewhat read and write it because the script is similar to Hindi, but it's just different enough. Like Hindi, all the letters have like a hat.
Okay.
But Gujarati they don't, and some of them just look totally different.
Okay.
But I looked up the script online, and then I found a font I liked, and then I sent it to my dad, and I was like, "What does it say?" to make sure I wasn't putting like soup or something, you know, in Gujarati on my, which is funny too, like jalebi, like it's fine.
Yeah.
But you know, I was just trying, and so he was like, "Oh, it says tigress," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna put it on a sweater," and he was like, "Wow, that's amazing. I wouldn't have thought of that either." And
oh wow.
So I was like, "Yeah, it's a cool." I don't know, like stepping into myself.
Yeah.
Garment in like many ways. Like I feel I was forced to acknowledge like my size, my body shape, and kind of like go through it and really like without any judgment.
Yeah.
Like it was just numbers.
It's just
you know?
it's just a series of numbers. Yeah. It's really good for understanding your body to make clothes for yourself.
So welcome. We've switched locations again.
Yep.
And this is now my living room. And we're here on this beautiful May weekend day.
Memorial Day weekend.
To chat about everything.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
All at once.
Our lives have been a little busy, so that's why this episode's a little split up. But we're living our lives, and
yeah, we had to film some of it on a different day, and you know, we skedaddled.
Yep.
And then today we're doing the rest of it. So join us as we talk about all of it.
Yeah.
OCD.
What happened?
She did a tiny meow.
Oh, another one. Stop.
She's gonna be in this episode, I think.
Yeah.
So, bonus special guest Ziggy.
We have some new whips since the last time we talked.
Yes.
I actually just casted on this crochet project because I could not stop thinking about crocheting, and I had to finish my last whip, the Mile Road Tank, for our photo shoot, which we'll hopefully get photo shoot soon for. And the whole entire time I was like, I really want to crochet something. I really want to crochet something. I was like, but I can't reward myself with that until I finish this project. So I'm done with that project. I have other knitting projects that I have to do, but I really needed to crochet something.
Sometimes you have to break it up.
Yes.
I mean, I was kind of feeling that way too, and I've been working on my Jeepers jersey, which is, it's very fun, but like I got past the decreases and like for the waist shaping, and it's like stocking it in the round again for like, you know, a good amount of time, and I was just like, I just did all that though. Like, so I also was feeling like I just need a break from this, and my back is bugging me too.
Yeah.
Just showing my age here. But yeah, so I was like, you know, maybe I just like change the way I'm holding my arms for a while, because like with knitting you're in this position scrunched up sometimes, even without realizing it, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna crochet, but then that wasn't like really appealing to me either, and that's when I finally realized I was like, oh, I want to spin. So I did yesterday for a bit, and it was very therapeutic.
Oh, good.
I really enjoy it. I need to teach you how to spin.
Yes. Soon.
What an interesting
segue
here by me.
We're gonna try to spin today.
We are.
Yeah. So we'll add probably a little clip at the end.
Yeah.
Or we'll insert it somehow, or whatever we decide to do in post. Yeah.
Maybe it could be like a little beginner spin tutorial. I'm no expert.
Yeah.
But you know.
You should just just teach me If I can understand it, I'm sure someone
you're gonna understand it.
Yeah.
And a wheel is
and
like.
you taught me how to crochet.
That's true. But you're good. You're a good student. You're great. Like at picking this stuff up. You're so creative, and it's like you work so well with your hands. It just sort of like naturally comes to you. I think you're like a bit.
You're also a good teacher,
artistic and tactile that way.
Yeah.
I feel. Because you know, like the crochet, like switching how you hold it is usually pretty tough for like especially throwers to get. I think, but you kind of
like that.
You kind of got it, because I think you do hold your yarn somewhere in between also, and so it's very like, but you're able to, you know, grasp the movement, because I remember it took me a while to figure out like tension and like how to hold the yarn and how to actually hold your hook the right way. It was like a learning curve for me, but you were just like, you got it. Some kind of prodigy, some kind of fiber like expert. So I feel like you're just gonna get spinning so easily because.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I did, and so given how long it took me to learn crochet and how long it took you, you know, you're just gonna like touch it and just like. No.
I hope so. But if I don't, that's okay too.
No, because
I'll keep trying no matter what.
I mean, I don't mean it's not okay.
No. But
what I mean is, like, I think you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
And I think you're also gonna, like, see how, like, there's no wrong way, I think, to spin, really. There's, like, it's just so, it's the most reduced form of, like, it's the lowest form of how to fiber.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So there's, like, that's
there's
just
something so,
that's a
like,
terrible way to put it. It's the most basic. It's the first. It's like the foundation.
Yeah.
Like what you would do with it. You have to spin it,
yeah.
and it's like, I guess like I could call it like primitive. It's the most ancient way to do it too.
Yeah. To be close to fiber. Yeah.
It's just so every culture has a version of it, of spinning fiber out of like some material, and it all is the same.
Yeah.
So it's so. It's so like it's so intrinsic to what you would do that you'll see. It's like. There's no way to spin it. Wrong.
I believe you. I believe you. It's just like sometimes with me, it's like if I fail at something the first time, I kind of give up. Like with video games, man, if I can't do it right, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just terrible. So I'm just gonna not try. But like for some reason with things like yarn and fiber and stuff, it's like I don't give up so easily. It's like, it's okay, just try it again. If it looks ugly now, you could fix it later. Like if anything, like maybe doesn't look as ugly as I think it did. So yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
You're more like yours. Like you like strategy. You like to be able to like
A should equal B. Like A to B should connect. Y is there a
there's like a logical solution to this, or like there's like some kind of way for me to design my way out of it. Like, so I think like games, what you said, like Animal Crossing, is like a natural. Both of us really enjoyed. Yeah. There's no like end game.
No,
there's no like big fight. Yeah. I mean, maybe it is when like your neighbor, one of your residents has to leave, but like. You know, like my cats are not allowed to leave the island. They're mine. I bought some of them. So
yeah.
I was like, where do you think you were going, Kiki?
Well, now I want to play Animal Crossing. Oh man, I was on the mission to get penguins on my island.
I remember that.
Yeah, I have one so far.
But you had like such cute residents. You had the panda.
Yes.
I loved her.
Pinky.
Pinky.
Oh,
she was so cute.
Yeah. I got some rabbits.
Yes.
I forgot the rest. But yeah.
I miss it too.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do one day. We'll do that too. We'll do like a Twitch, not a Twitch, a Switch.
Twitch is a
thing too. I know, but I meant like we'll do like a Switch hang. Yes, and we could like
we'll give ourselves
show our island on there too. Like I think it'll be really fun because we put a lot of work into.
Yeah, we really did. I was gonna say, we'll give each other a week to clean up our island a little bit. It's probably so many weeds. And ants and spiders everywhere.
I know. And the worst thing about it is I lost interest in it right around when like my niece got into it. And I feel so bad because I like really wanted to do so many like island things with my niece, and it just like didn't.
Does she still play that?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes. I think, there's other games too now. So, I don't know. I haven't kept up with the Switch. I think also I'd had, like, way too much because I basically, like, played Animal Crossing a lot of, like, some, like, real traumatic shit I was going through at the time. Literally the day I was told my dad was, like, had, like, heart disease and needed surgery.
Yeah.
Was the day I got my Switch.
Yeah.
And, like, I just immediately bought Animal Crossing and I just, like, I just went away.
Yeah, that game could really help or distract you.
Yeah.
From stuff.
I was like locked in. I was like, if I can't go to India, I'll go to this island.
Yeah.
Keep going.
That's true. Oh, we should play it again then from a happier space.
Oh, 100%. I think
we were also all going through a lot during that time, and Animal Crossing just happened to come out at the right moment.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, it became a whole thing, and it was like a right thing. A lot of people needed that to get through the pandemic.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah,
like
that was the game of the pandemic. I feel
like it came out like right as everybody was sent home, and it was like, what are we gonna do now? Yeah. And everybody was like, "Oh shit, it's actually really good." Yeah, it's actually what we all needed. Like
I bought my Switch during that time. I didn't have a Switch before that. I had mine's a Switch Lite.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yours is so cute.
Yeah,
it's
I
yellow.
love mine. It's yellow.
I love
so
it.
Much.
But yeah, I think like I just needed to like get out of being stuck in it. Like, it was an escape for some time, but then it just became like. I don't know. I just had too much baggage around. Yeah. I know it's just a video game, but I have to make everything so dramatic.
No,
but
no, it's true. It's sometimes there's things that remind you of bad things.
Yeah.
And so, I get it.
No, I just needed I was just like, I'm just done with you for a while. Like, I love all of you little kitty cats here. Especially because my first one was Mango. And she's the cutest ever. And I was like, oh my god, it's a brown cat. It's like me. And so they had me like hooked. I don't know how they knew, like, I was targeted. They were just like, this girl probably likes cats. Let's give her a brown cat. She'll just be like, oh my god. Found. So.
Oh, I forgot to do a single crochet.
Oh, it's just single crochet is you know, like that, just go directly under, pull one up, and then pull it through both loops. That's
and then okay, got it. When I was doing it, I kept doing double crochet. I'm like, what am I doing?
Oh
okay.
yeah, you loop it and then go under. Just skip the yarn
looping.
over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Got it.
Yeah. Got distracted. I mean, I was like,
what's happening?
I forgot to show my whip though. we're talking about such good stuff.
I know. Let's get back on track.
Yeah. Whips.
So our current whips.
My current whip is this crochet project, the Lenore top by Sunshines and Crafts. It is, I'll probably insert a photo too, but I fell in love with these granny squares. Or not, are they not called granny squares? It's a flower square.
It's a granny square.
Yeah.
It's a granny square with like a different pattern.
Yeah. Oh man, I love granny squares. Yeah. So this was the perfect project again. I love learning new flower motifs too. Yeah. It's funny because I'm not really a floral person.
I guess
like for prints, but I love granny square patterns. They're just so fun.
And they're so versatile.
Yeah.
It can be so different.
I love it. Yeah. And even though this is a top, I'm actually just gonna use the square pattern and make a tank top instead. Because summer is pretty much upon us. But yeah, what's your whip?
That's what I just suddenly remembered, like I'd have to have, but I don't have anything. Sorry. I was like racing ahead, like, oh, what do I do? Mine is the Romy cardigan by Manatee Squares. And it's that Pedro Pascal like shirt, the mesh shirt. It's that. Yeah.
Ooh!
It's really, yeah.
Oh, so I can't wait to see that.
I really wanted to like make it for like summer, like as like a swim cover up, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And have that like be my vibe, because I bought these like crochet shorts. I know I should have made them myself, but I was scared, and I saw them on sale, and I was like, you know what, I deserve some crochet shorts. And now I will try to make some.
Yeah. I mean, now you have like an example.
Yes,
like,
of size.
Yeah.
So I can see it and I like it. Yeah. I think I might do like the sunburst like yours, but I think I might do them as shorts. I want to try that.
Yeah. Oh, now I want to make one too.
Yeah. I think that would be like fun.
That would be.
Yeah, and like small enough for me because my butt is like very big. So like, I need to make this project doable somehow.
Yeah. It's a lot of squares. It's a lot of squares.
So. Yeah, but this is the top. This is going to be the top half. It's going to be a Romy cardigan. But you know, I really fucked up somewhere here. In my
you had to frog
crocheting. So I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong in the double crochet row because they're like not lining up. But it's all good. I will do that on camera while we talk about things, because you know that's what women do. We just do it all.
Yes, that is so true. We talked about in a previous episode about how crochet is so good for modifying, like not customizing to your size.
Underrated, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I think you don't.
And I agree.
It's really like you are able to break it into blocks that are like manageable to like change.
You don't have to frog a whole entire sweater.
Yeah, because in a sweater you're like doing all of it at the same time. You have to account for everything, but like if you're going square by square or like at least row by row, and you're able to like, you know, it gives you so much opportunity to like
I just had to frog because I did too many, and like I'm not having a heart attack. Like
is that groovy?
Yeah.
I really like crochet. Sometimes it's more forgiving.
Yeah. What kind of trends in like the making world, knitting pattern world, have you been seeing lately? Because I'm so far, like I'm kind of far removed from it, but not like from a designer side. I'm like, I don't like to look at the trends, but
that's true.
I think there's other trends that are happening that I am paying attention to. That's not the design stuff, like how people talk about fashion trends and like, oh, you should have overalls or neon sandals or bodycon bodysuits or something.
Wide leg jeans.
Yes. Although I do love a wide leg pant. But yeah, what have you been seeing?
You know, I've been thinking about this a lot. I actually also like. I mean, I do look at what's like in, I guess, and like it does. Some of it like
excites me a lot, and like I find very interesting because I don't know, I like to try and I mean I think I've really like started to step into like dressing for myself. Like I think I used to feel quite like like, you know, look like a slob and like, didn't really just like put a lot of effort into it. It was always just like, you know, whatever fits and whatever doesn't like make me look so big or whatever, you know, in my mind. But like I didn't understand like how to dress for my shape or how to like, you know, just work with what I have, or instead of trying to like cover it up, you know, I could just embrace it. Like I didn't know how to do that until I started knitting. So I think I do focus on like what's in knitting because of that, because it has awakened me to like looking at clothes as a way to express myself instead of just being something that I have to do to like be somehow perceived as like fitting in, and just like not calling attention to myself, and just don't look ugly, you know.
Or
like,
don't look at me at all.
Yeah, or just don't look at me. Like I just don't, you know, want to even be here. Like I'm just doing this because I gotta somehow clothe this thing that I've been saddled with. Like, but anyway, all that to say, like it's just been like really weird to see like the backtracking of like body positive like fashion, you know, like in even in like knitting. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't end up being size inclusive after all, or if it is size inclusive, it's not like, you know, fat people are not they're not all fat in the same way. You can't like click and drag us out and it's like now a bigger size, you know. Like it doesn't account for like, you know, like the many different shapes like a fat body can like be. And so I don't know, it just sometimes it feels disappointing to see that, like, you know.
Yeah, like it, like a lot of things unfortunately is like it becomes a trend.
Yeah, like the skinny thing is a trend now,
even though it's not supposed to be a trend. Like it's not cool to judge people's bodies on a daily basis based off of a trend. Like it's,
or is that like, I mean at this point, and I knew like with the cycles like it would return the like extremely skinny look and like, you know, all of that, all the crappy stuff that came with it, like you know, like water talk is like a huge thing. That's like a very strangely insidious like diet culture thing, you know, like with the big Stanley cups, and then they like have to have like a bunch of like, you know, different like sugar flavorings that are fake sugar so that it tastes like cotton candy water, or it tastes like, you know, some kind of Starbucks drink water, and it's just water, and you're meant to chug that all day long, and like, you know, it's under the guise of like trying to stay hydrated, and it's like, okay, but you need to like eat, not just drink like fake sugar color water.
Wow. So, I did not know about that.
Yeah, that's like a whole thing right now. It's just so like disheartening, because it just feels like, you know, instead of becoming like a lasting like change in society, like being bigger was, or like embracing being bigger was a trend, like, and now it's out. Which is like, so now I gotta wait however many fucking years until we're ready to be like okay with fat people again, or is it just never gonna come back, or like, because that one was kind of like hard won, I would say, you know, and just about barely after how many decades of like fat phobic shit being shoved down our throats. Like, it's very disappointing to see, like, and I think, you know, even to like what you were talking about, like with the broader fashion stuff, like, you know, have you been seeing that? I feel like I've been seeing that.
It's I don't know any like specifics like in terms of brands or things like that, but because the 90s back, and because like the trends are back, it's like that was a huge like skinny supermodel hopped up on Coke era. And so that comes with a lot of other side effects of that type of look, like fat phobia and abusing drugs and just food eating disorders. Like it just brings that all kind of back. And if we can't have an honest conversation about like, yeah, it's great that those trends are back, but there's also things that happen, like how everyone does the whole what you call it, it was better back then, and we're like, really?
Was it
really?
Yeah.
Only for you, maybe?
Yeah.
And like 1% of the population.
Yeah, a very specific, narrow group of people that could conform to this.
This back then was better concept. Yeah. But like, it's okay to like get influenced and bring back the good stuff from those times, but without the actual have conversation about what has changed positively since then.
Yeah.
It's like, but not a lot of people think the way that we do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I feel like, you know, the signs have been there, like, in pop culture for some time now. Like, Adele, like, lost a bunch of weight. And, like, I'm not saying you can't change your body or whatever, but, like, it's always been popular for, like, bigger women in entertainment, you know, to get smaller and then be celebrated for it. I mean, they did that with Jennifer Hudson and the Weight Watchers thing, and now, like, you know, Adele did it, and then, like, you see it even trickling down, like, to, like, the mid or smaller, you know, plus-size people in entertainment. Like, I think we're talking to you about, like, Mindy Kaling lately. It's like, okay, girl. Must be some very special 20 miles she's hiking that none of the rest of us have access to. I don't know.
It's a whole nother world of walking, I guess.
I don't know.
But then like it's so disheartening, like, to see then when people like Selena Gomez or Kelly Clarkson, who end up having to gain weight over a period of time, because not all our bodies are the same.
Yeah.
They get a completely different kind of response.
Yes.
Because they went the opposite direction, and it's just, I'm like, it's
so
double standards are so and fat phobia, obviously.
It's so messed up. They're getting the short end of that stick, right? It's and the message that's being perpetuated by, you know, the people that should have instead just, like, allied and embraced, like, you know, this is what our bodies, like, naturally want to be, or whatever. It's between then the ones who are willing to do unsafe, potentially long-term harmful things to themselves, and those who are, like, living with, you know, without the choice to do so, like, with, like, issues and, like, illnesses and things like that. And it's so messed up. Like, I saw Christina Applegate, right, who did that murder show on Netflix that was, like, really popular. She was diagnosed with MS, and she was like, I'm just gonna retire because, like, already my body is, like, so much bigger and I just can't do all of that. I mean, I don't think she, like, that was specifically, it was just about how she looked, but that was clearly a large part of it, you know, like, and it was just so sad to see, like, you know, I mean, I'm sure, of course, like, MS is, in other ways, like, makes your life so much more miserable, you know, to continue working, so I'm not trying to criticize her for, like, but part of the regret in not being able to do it anymore was also, like, well, and also, you know, I can't control the way my body's going to change now due to the medications and my illness, and, like, it's just so sad that, like, we still can't accept, like,
different size
a different size for all of it. It's not, we're not able to, like, just accept, like, we're so fortunate and so blessed. Like, we shouldn't just be here, like, agonizing about this. It's so sad.
But it still happens. Like, with all the backtracking stuff, it's like, did we not have the conversation about Karl Lagerfeld? Like, did we not all, maybe not all, but, like, rally to say we should not be celebrating a man who was fatphobic, racist, misogynistic, transphobic, xenophobic, like, all the things that were not okay, and working in an industry where there are a lot of impressionable young women who are subjected to these ideas on a daily basis, and it's like, and then, okay, but it's okay, we're gonna celebrate him anyway, and I'm like,
and then they internalize it too, right?
Oh,
like, they believe those things about themselves and, like, suffer, like, the same, you know, pain that his, like, harm caused other people, but then they celebrate him anyway. It's hypocrisy.
And I don't know if it's, like, I guess the Met Gala is considered an American thing, I guess, but, like, John Galliano was a creative director, designer for Christian Dior's line, Haute Couture line, for a while, and he was an absolute genius. as a designer, but then he said some anti-Semitic stuff, and they fired him, and he's been like casted away forever. No one wants to bring his name up again. You don't see him around anywhere. Like, it can be done. Like, yes, he was a genius, but we have to let people know that that's not okay.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, being a genius does not excuse racism, misogyny, like,
no,
none of it. Like, it doesn't excuse any of it. And
no, lots of great people are not.
yes, exactly. There are plenty of great people out there who are not those things.
It's time to accept that these so-called great people aren't so great.
Yeah.
And that the way that they have gotten to that status is just simply by, putting other people down.
Yeah.
And making themselves exclusive. That's not real genius at all. That's just oppression.
Yeah.
Dressed up as something pretty.
Yeah. It's a lot of people have this argument about whether art can just be the art and not involve the artist. And I've always waffled like back and forth as to, not waffled, but like, I understand both because I am an artist, but I also am a consumer of art. And I personally cannot separate the two. I just can't. I just don't know. I can't. And there's a lot of artists who disagree with my point of view. And I understand their point too. But I personally I can't separate. You could be as genius as you possibly can. Your art can be in museums everywhere, but...
Well, I think the people who, like, are able to do that have the privilege of being able to, like, compartmentalize these things, and sometimes maybe it's because it doesn't personally affect them. It's easier to say, I excuse this when it's not something you need to even be excused.
That's true. Yeah, like people apologizing for people who...
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's not your job.
Yeah.
Also, like, not your business.
No.
But no, it has been echoing through, like, everything. In obviously, like, in knitting, too, I feel, but I think I've been lucky. I do try to follow only certain people.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm very choosy about it, and so I like seeing a lot of the conversations about, like, size inclusivity that are still continuing.
Yep.
So
it did not end.
No, if it's not trendy, that doesn't mean people just stop.
No. Well, hold on. I heard somebody finally watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. What? For the first time. I'm sure not the only time, hopefully.
No, I'm gonna watch it again.
How did you... Tell me all the things.
It was so good. I was, like, crying so much through the whole movie. I was like, yes. I could not have watched that in the movie theater. It would have been
so much crying. I cried so much.
Crying,
yeah.
Dude. It's so good though.
Yeah.
I feel she did a great job. I really...
Michelle Yeoh?
Yes,
oh,
Michelle Yeoh.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the character that she played. You don't see, like, that person as a character very often. You don't see, like,
middle-aged
mom.
Yeah.
Who's, like, still, like, our moms.
Yeah.
You don't see our moms on TV.
No.
With the English and,
the
not understanding. It's very, like... And at the same time, it's, like, such a unique and very specific, like, portrayal of, like, Asian moms, I feel. Because, like, the whole, like, when they, like, have the fight in the laundromat, like, the very first one, and she goes out, and she's
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And she's, like, a fat and this and that. And,
like,
you can see in her face, like... That's what she wanted to say.
Yeah, yeah. And she like almost like knew instantly what the reaction will be like for saying the things that she said.
And she was
she still did it. Yeah,
And like that's exactly I've had that exact interaction with my mom, with both of us realizing all of those things at the same time and been like, but why is it my job to be okay with
it? Yeah, that moment was like so clear. It speaks so much to like the conditioning women society has or had on them, and like you could see like in real time society changing because she did hesitate, meaning, oh, I know I'm not supposed to say these things, I want to show my daughter affection, and then realizing like she missed the mark because she couldn't show affection,
and she can't change it either, and it's too late.
Yeah,
and like everybody realizes, no, I'm with you.
It's so there's so many layers, so many layers. I love this. It was so good, and like the mother-daughter relationship obviously was like the biggest hitter for me.
Yeah.
But there was another aspect of it that was a big hitter was Jobu Tupaki's role. Character.
I really like that she kept saying it wrong.
Not on purpose. Not on purpose, but like she didn't care that she was saying it wrong.
Yeah, she was just like, whatever, that thing.
Yeah.
Actually, like, I enjoyed that too because like sometimes like when they do that character in Hollywood, like they make them like exaggerate it, like in a slapstick kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But like she is still very seriously like attempting to refer to the same thing. Like it's not like she's doing it to like do a caricature of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that character, Joe Tupaki's character, was so the existential crisis stuff I could relate to, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just insane. Like the concept. Like there's no movie out there like this.
No
movie out there. It's just so original.
Yeah.
So good.
And I like that it was like, it was meaningful to the story, that it was, you know, it did all these like amazing creative things in storytelling in the movie, but it wasn't like a gimmick, you know, like, not to like pick a low hanging fruit, but you know, like the Marvel stuff where they just like throw the whole kitchen sink at you with everything, and it's like, yeah, that was cool, but like, why? You know, and then you just don't enjoy it as much. But I thought it was so like, it so kept in, you know, it was about the story. That's why, and it made sense every single second of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it.
I'm glad you liked it.
I knew I was gonna like it.
Yeah.
I think.
But sometimes like high expectations could be like scary. So I'm like, oh my god, I hope I didn't like hype it up so much that she's gonna go in like thinking it's gonna be the fucking best thing ever. But like,
No. I didn't doubt that I would like it. I knew that I was gonna enjoy it. I just was. I don't know why. I just hesitated. I felt like I needed to give it my attention almost. You know, like, and I was like, in a way, maybe I thought like I just don't want another like
Marvel movie
daughter issues thing to like be dealing with right now, like mommy issues thing to be dealing with right now. I guess that's
true.
But it was really good. It was, I thought, like a brilliant movie, like well deserved Oscar. You know, like, I mean, I hate the whole concept of Oscars because it's very like according to whom.
Yeah, very judgy.
Why do we agree that you were the arbiter of good taste? Like, you know,
and what is good taste? Like,
and many times it's not even like the Green Book when it won. I was like,
oh, white savior.
No.
Well, didn't Blindside do?
Yeah, they do so many of those movies. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Or like, I don't know.
Yeah,
but this time I think
it was well deserved for what it meant to be. Yeah,
I think if they had snubbed them this year, it would have been.
Oh yeah.
I think it would have been like, let's maybe not look to the Oscars for anything.
Yeah. Ever again.
Yeah.
Damn fuckers. Yeah.
But I love the story of the guy, the actor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like he'd almost given up, and then he got this job, and like.
Yeah. His interviews have been so emotionally. Just it touches your heart. It really does. Like God. For him to just keep going, like he didn't really give up. There was just no opportunities for him. Like you can't give up on something that no one's allowing you to have. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's he's just so.
Yeah. That is so cool. I mean, I think this all the time. I mean, my dad used to kind of say the same thing, which was like, oftentimes you have to wait for things to happen. But, like, it can seem, like, hopeless, right? Like, waiting for stuff. But, like, what you have to remember is that you're not just waiting. You're, like, also have to be ready.
Yeah,
so
to
just
receive.
use it as time to prepare, you know?
Right.
And I think that is really hard for, like, people to do many times. Because, like, there's no guarantee, right?
No.
But you have to... That's what faith is, I guess. But you have to still do this work, this continuous work, with no... expectation, but also be ready for like lightning to strike. You know, it's really hard. But I think that's how good things occur in life. If you just
willing to accept the good things.
Just be ready. Like you know, many times I would feel that way about like last year, you know, when I was single. That's all I would think was, I mean, my primary question was like, okay, I accept that, like, I don't have control over this, and like I can't force it to happen and whatever. But like, what can I do in the meanwhile to just like be ready, or to just, you know, somehow continue anyway, you know? Like, just like, let's be open for like life instead of saying like, well, I can't do anything about it, so like, fuck it, like, what's the point? Which is how I did feel, quite honestly.
I feel like, that,
It took me a long time to turn that thinking around and be like, okay, you know what, I'm here.
And now you're ready.
Of course, like,
or as ready. Better ready, I guess.
Yeah, of course, like, the minute that I'm like finally okay with it,
it always happens that way.
All changes.
It always happens that way. It always happens that way. But I guess that's the point.
Yeah.
You were doing the work on yourself, and you were feeling better about yourself, and that prepared you for being ready for something.
Yeah. So, yeah, back to our guy, the actor.
Yes.
This was such a cool, like, role for him.
Yes.
He got to do so many things.
Yeah.
Like, as an actor, I feel like you couldn't have asked for a better day at work.
No. Yeah. And, like, the character he got, it was really cool, like, because during this entire movie, the fact that this movie was so creative and so original, I'm like, this is their job, and they're getting to play all these different characters and bring these characters to life as their job, and the versatility between all the actors to play those roles, it was just so fun to watch. These are human beings trying to portray a story to you, and then there's multiverses of stories to present to you. It was kind of cool.
It was, and like, even that, every single person had to like wait to, you know, they had to do like the shitty like side character job. They had to do like you know, a million like Bond girl jobs. Like a million like, you know, sexy siren jobs to get to like
being taken seriously.
Yes, to do this. You gotta kiss a lot of frogs, I guess, in life.
Yes. In more ways than one.
But it was really cool. I think, and I enjoyed that the movie really makes you think about like all of these things, and it's not like in a contrived way. Every single aspect of it is like an interesting layer to like the story of the movie and the story in the movie, right?
Yeah,
like, many times, like, the story about the movie is like a headline grab.
You know. But, I'm so glad you liked it.
I thought it was good.
So glad you finally watched it.
I know.
So that we could finally talk about it.
I took too long. I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Life, it happens.
I don't know why it took me so long. I think I just slowed down on watching.
Yeah, you were doing a lot of audiobooks.
Yeah, it just got, like, COVID was really, it took a lot out of my eyes and, like, head, like, here. And I just couldn't, like be at work, and I work a desk job, and then also, like, be looking at a screen, and, like, you know, I just couldn't. And, like, the brain fog thing is so real.
Oh, yeah.
Mine, it's, like, things I would not make such a simple mistake on have so many mistakes. And, like, I've just had to be, like, I did my best, you know? Like, I know I'm not a dumb person. I can't be. It's too soon for me to be dumb. But, like, it's just been, I don't know. I think that's why also, like, I've been, like, hobby jumping a little bit. You know?
And that's okay, too.
I got, like, really into biking for...
Oh, yeah.
Like, a bit now.
Yeah, life stuff. It's just other things sometimes. Yeah, that's okay. I'm trying to tell myself that's okay. Like, I don't need to be doing the same thing all the time.
Doesn't have, it can be everything.
Yeah, it can be everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yes.
So true.
All of the things.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was a great movie.
Yay.
I said that already. But
yes.
It bears repeating. But the other thing I'm watching that I know you've been watching is Queer Eye, the new season.
Season 7?
I think the New Orleans.
Woo!
Man, I want to not like these guys. I really
Why?
do. Like, and I feel sometimes in the past seasons they have been like a little problematic.
Oh.
Like with their approach to like, and I think they've gotten like better at it. Like I think that, you know, Tan especially.
Yes.
Like that's the one I pick out because everything else they can like hide a little bit what they think about you, but like the fat phobia comes out when the clothes come out.
Yeah.
Whether they mean it or not.
Yeah.
And I think in the past, sometimes he's been like, oh, this is very slimming. This is very, you know, like, and he says things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or he has like an idea that he imposes on them of what is like, what it means to look put together.
Yeah.
Versus like not.
Yeah.
That is very like, you know, it's a bit problematic.
Yeah. Now I understand. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Some of the previous, or most of the previous fashion ones.
But I will say this time, especially with
the principal.
Yes, where she was so conscious about it.
Yeah.
I think he did a good job of being careful to not address, like, you know, what she's doing or not doing or any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt they were also like, they didn't focus in so much on the food aspect either with Anthony. Like, so he also sometimes doubles down with like the, how hard is it to just eat so good? Like, look, did I make it easy for you? And it's like, all right,
you don't eat a
like,
vegetable?
You took him to like a professional kitchen with.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that also shows the changes in the times, and this kind of gives me like a little bit more hope.
It does. I agree. I think that they have like gotten like a lot better at passing judgment, even unintentionally, even well-meaning, like judgment that they sometimes might pass on like. You know, like you can't be eating like lean cuisines all day, and it's like, I mean, I was like, okay, but like she works in the school district in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we back off on what she's eating?
I still eat Hot Pockets.
And be a little more ashamed of how much we pay them. Like
yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah.
So,
for sure.
But like, I understand he was coming from like the aspect of saying like, you know, like on a healthy eating journey, don't just stick to
one
just eating the freezer meals because you know how many calories are in them. Like that part of it, I do agree, but like just coming out and being like, don't be eating those. But But I think given all of those things, I think they really appear to attempt to try.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy it. And at the end of the day, I mean, I try not to be cynical. I want to be hopeful for the people that they help. They seem so happy. It makes me feel good.
Yeah. Well, one of the models for Pom Pom Mag, I think, not the recent one, but a previous one. I believe their name's Angel? No. I don't remember. But I'll make sure I have the right name.
Yeah.
But Pom Pom Mag got them to model for the magazine, and they were in Queer Eye season 5 or 6. It might have been the last season. Yeah.
That's
it was amazing.
Cool.
It was amazing to see. I was like, I recognized them immediately. I was like, wait, I think they were Queer Eye. And so then I like do some internet sleuthing, and I was like, yeah, that's them.
That's so cool.
It was so cool.
So they're still getting opportunities after it. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's why I felt hopeful.
I know. I'm just very picky.
Yeah.
I think sometimes.
I know.
But I do like the show.
Yeah. Or cynical that like people aren't actually this nice.
I know, and I do.
People don't actually care.
Yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes too. But that show gives me like a little bit of hope.
I saw the first season.
So we watched First in Fashion together, season 2, like a couple of episodes when we were filming. I don't know which pod. The last episode.
Oh, with Gigi.
Yes.
Yes.
Gigi Hadid as one of the hosts, and Tan France.
Yes.
From Queer Eye, and I know who the winner is. And I was kind of really happy about the winner because the winner is Nigel. I don't spoiler alert, sorry. So he's my favorite throughout the season because he uses patchwork as his aesthetic. He creates his own textiles by patchworking.
And that's like your thing.
Yeah, I love doing that kind of stuff and using scraps and like all that stuff. So, yeah, it's I don't know.
You liked it?
I liked it. Every time I watch like a fashion competition like that, I get really nostalgic of my past life, I guess you can say, or like what I thought my dream was gonna become, but it didn't. And at the same time, it's okay because my dream has changed over time.
Yeah.
And but it's really cool. It's very inspiring to see these people still do it and then have their work like recognized. Making or designing is such an emotional thing. It's so emotional. You put you're a part of you in these things, and it's like weird. Like and sometimes when I see like designers or like pattern writers talk about designing like it's some kind of like formula, like it's some kind of very up and down type of way of doing stuff, and I'm like, it's so much more than that. It's not just like writing a pattern and releasing it all the time. It's like if it works for you and you're making money, all the power to you, but I can't work like that. and designing isn't really a job for me, like and the way I design, which is, I guess, like my career went one way, and at the same time I'm still working on it. So
I mean,
in my own pace.
You don't have to be the designer who makes basically like our version of like ready to wear patterns. Maybe you're a designer who expresses your creativity in a pattern, and we just get to enjoy seeing it as art.
Yeah, that's a good way of seeing that. Yeah. I never thought of that. That's a good point. Because sometimes the pattern writing part really bogs me down, and then it makes me not want to finish a design. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, I had to think about this, and I had to think about this, and I'm like, if I'm writing a pattern, I have to think about this. But if I'm just knitting, I don't. Like, if I'm just knitting for myself, it's like, I don't need to teach everyone everything I know. Like, unfortunately, I'm not an educator. If I was an educator, it would be a different thing, but I'm just... Yeah. I just want to make stuff. Yeah. With my hands.
Yes. Yeah. That could be you, too.
But, like, TV shows like Next in Fashion reminds me of the passion part and not the working part, I guess. So, it's inspiring, and it made me want to sew again. It made me want to do more patchwork things. I have a ton of fabric from college. Ooh. So we could rummage through that, and I could teach you how to sew on my machine. And
I really want to learn. I want to like make pants for myself that like fit my waist and my hips, because none of them fit both.
Your hips don't lie.
They don't. They're here. They take up space. They do their own thing.
And they deserve well-fitting pants.
And they deserve well-fitting pants. Finally, I have some fabric that my aunt like gave me, some like stuff like that that I was hoping I could turn into like a skirt. Yeah. Or like
you want to show everybody the fabric?
I can show the fabric, but I don't know what kind it is.
That's okay. I like the print on it.
So these are my two things, and then, actually I have a third. I have a little fabric stash after all, I guess.
Yes, you do.
And I have so Ada.
I'm not gonna unfold it too much.
From Asian Sewist Collective. Yeah. So this is the one my aunt gave me. I really want to try to make. I don't know if I have enough for.
This is already too.
But I thought like a matchy top and skirt
set. Like this almost goes together.
Yeah. And that's like another one.
They go together.
I don't know what that is. Like that as I see it as like a shirt, like a tee, right? And then Ada from Asian Sewist Collective very kindly sent me this.
Oh, this would be good project bag material too.
Yeah. So this is my very random stash of fabric.
But you already have a stash.
I have
of fabric. Can you believe
it?
You already have a stash.
It's just all the stuff.
I feel like this is silk.
It might be. She has some good fabric.
Yeah, I think this is silk.
This might just be like, what is that thing called? Like Georgette or whatever?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, like that. It's like that thin, like crepey kind of.
Oh yeah.
Fabric, and I feel like I have a good amount of it, right?
Yeah, you do. I think you can make a skirt or pants with those.
Ooh, pants with this would be so cool.
Yeah, it'll be so
with
nice.
This
as
cuff.
a border. Yeah. Yeah. Or even shorts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many things.
I think you might need a lining, but that's okay too.
We could do that. Yeah.
Yay!
Like this as a skirt with like lining to here, and then lower like a maxi skirt.
Yeah.
I'd be game for that if I could learn to make that. So I have dreams for these already, but I just don't know how to sew yet.
We'll get you there.
We'll get there.
We'll get you there. You can put it down here if you want.
And you have probably a much more amazing stash.
Oh no! All the fabric I got for college were literally to finish projects, like sewing class projects, and I did not think long term for like those. I was not a very good fashion student. Like, I don't think I really understood. I don't think I understood clothing through a formal setting.
Okay.
Like, I feel like in fashion school I didn't quite understand bodies as well as I should have. Like, they should have really gone into more about measurements and ratios and proportions and ease. Really didn't get a lot of that. You learn how to make a coat, you learn how to make a pair of pants, evening wear lingeries, corsets.
That's it.
And you did it to one mannequin size. And then
that's so basic.
You finish your class, you know?
Oh.
I hope that was over a decade ago. So I hope fashion school has changed. Yeah. I don't know anyone out there in fashion school now can tell me, but it wasn't until like when I started pattern writing that I really understood more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I worked in the fashion industry, it was just also the same sizes. So
I hope it's gotten better.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want to
Is that it?
wrap this up?
Yeah.
I feel like we've done 3 hours of talking.
Oh shit, yeah.
No, it's only
Yeah,
2.
yeah,
Do you want to do like a spin?
Yeah.
Yep, that's twisted. Yep, pull it out. Now you see it's twisting here already. So there you go. Hang on. No, not the foot. Don't release it. Sorry.
I'll show everyone before we end right now how the square has gone throughout the episode of filming this episode.
It's so pretty.
Yay!
I should have done it with you.
That's okay. You could do that.
I took
But
it out.
yeah. So thanks for joining us for another episode.
Oh,
Hope you guys have been enjoying our pod because we enjoy making it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So all the end of episode stuff, you can find me on Instagram and the Making app with the same handle, tina.say.knits.
Mm-hmm. And I'm PizzaVeri, like pizza and then VERI on Instagram.
Yeah, and please comment, let us know how we're doing, let us know if you like what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Take anything into consideration, as long as it's not mean. And then,
no one has been mean.
Yeah, no one has.
It's been great.
I just like to say that to protect us.
Yes.
I want to make sure, like, we're okay doing this, because putting ourselves out there is hard.
It is.
But it's fun to be in community and each other.
Yeah.
So find us on Instagram between two skeins, same YouTube channel name.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
We'll see you next month.
Yeah. Bye.